What's up, DIYers? Last week I set up this tabletop mini pond completely from scratch. I let it run for the last 7 days without touching it other than feeding the fish, and here's what happened. So our little betta fish is still thriving and loving her life. She's eating really well and swimming around all the time and exploring her new home. Honestly, she's thriving and I'm sure she's very happy in this super cool tabletop mini pond. Aside from the fish, one of the plants came up, which is not a surprise considering what I'm using as substrate. The rest of the plants though, they seem to stay. This one's stuck on the wood and looks really nice. I also added this plant in a little DIY hanging basket, and I honestly don't like how it looks. I was just trying to save the plant's life because it wasn't doing good in soil. Also, of course, I've had some evaporation. This thing was filled almost to the top, and now of course it's evaporated, which that's fine. I'm probably just gonna top it off. So far, everything's good. I don't really see a need to change the water. There's a lot of live plants and one small fish. So as for now, this is gonna be a maintenance-free, water change-free little pond. I'm gonna just fill it up as needed. Other than that, I'm just gonna monitor the fish and make sure the water's in check. I got all these plants up here sucking up nutrients, and then all the plants on the inside that are sucking up the nutrients as well. I have spotted a few snails in here. I'm not surprised though, because the tank that this driftwood and the sponge filter and everything came from had snails. Honestly, not too many though. They're not taking over or anything crazy like that. I can't even spot one right now, but I have seen a couple little guys in there. There's also a little bit of like stringy algae down there. I also think that might have came with the decor, kind of just came from the other tank. I don't think it developed that quickly, but honestly, I'm just gonna leave it. It's nothing too harmful for now. Oh, I found one of the snails, little ram's horn snails. They're honestly chill little guys. Until they take over, then, you know, they're not so chill anymore. The Anubias is doing really well. All the other plants seem to be doing really well. Moneywort's a pretty simple plant to grow. This Brazilian pennywort is also doing really well. Sometimes when you float it, it does better than when you put it in a substrate because it does need nutrient-rich substrate. So sometimes I find when I float it or just like stick it to a piece of wood or something like that, it grows better than if I were to plant it. One thing I will say is I'm not really a fan of these pebbles in here, so I do kind of want to replace it with full sand eventually. I don't know how much of a project that would be, but I do want to do that, upgrade this thing a little bit, put more sand in it, get rid of all those pebbles, maybe a few more plants, get rid of this thing, but just overall continue to improve this thing and make it a better place for this betta to live, and also just a better looking tabletop mini pond in general. This whole thing is a fairly simple setup, just a simple sponge filter, heater, and some live plants, but that's really all you need sometimes to get a healthy ecosystem going. All this stuff was pre-cycled already, came from a cycled tank, so that really helped me be able to add the fish same day that I set it up. Other than that though, it's pretty much just already cycled and running, ready to go. The nutrients are being sucked out. The whole nitrogen cycle is in check. As for the plant growth, since I don't really have any soil in here, I'm not really betting that they're gonna grow insanely fast, but they are surviving. They are still green. They're looking good, sending new growth out. All the plants are. We also got a couple floating plants in here that found their way in with the substrate and all the other decor. Also, as you can tell, the water quality is just perfect. It's crystal clear. You can see right down to the bottom, no issue at all. The plants are keeping it clear, same with the cycled sponge filter. It's just really looking good. The system started and is already running super smooth 7 days in. And this betta went from living in a cup to living in a 5-gallon luxury freaking mini pond. I love this thing so much, and I know this fish does. She swims around all day long, super interested in all the decor, picking at things like she is right now. She'll just swim around, check out the snails, swim throughout the plants. It's just such a vibe, and I honestly love it for this betta. There's no other fish choice that I think would have been better for this 5-gallon thing. One, because of the size, it's not very big, so you don't have many stocking options, but two, it's just such a perfect little area for the betta. I also think being blacked out like this and not in a clear tank actually helps with stress a lot. She's just in her own little planted paradise in here, no distractions from the outside world. She can just live her life however she wants in harmony. Like I said, as far as maintenance goes, I'm not really going to be touching this thing. I'm just going to top it off with with water when needed, and of course feed this fish. Other than that, I'm gonna let the plants suck up all the nutrients. And next I'm gonna see if this thing can go 30 days without me touching it or maintaining it at all. I think it should be able to, but we'll see. That'll be a future upload. Also in the setup video, I said I was gonna stick this lucky bamboo all the way in the substrate like I did. It's too early to tell if it's gonna do well or not. I can't really tell. The stem looks okay so far and the leaves are still green. So I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna do okay with its stem in the water like that, but we'll see. Hopefully in the next video, I'll be able to know if that is gonna stay or if it's gonna have to go. Also, I had a few comments about the tub itself and if it was gonna leach any toxins and kill the fish. Of course, you need to do your research and make sure you clean out these pots really well before you make your own mini pond. Also, if you see paint on the inside, I've seen it before where they paint the outside and then it comes onto the inside. You should not use one that's painted on the inside as a mini pond. That, of course, is probably not fish safe. You want to use these kind that are just plastic only. If it has anything on it, you should rinse it off really well, scrub it down, make sure it's super clean before you start setting it up for fish. Other than that though, these are pretty safe, and just make sure you do your own research, of course. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on this mini pond and all my other future projects.